everybody. I'm Ed Stewart, co-founder of Paws, Performing Animal Welfare Society. We're here at our sanctuary that we've had for 20 years. Our organization's been around 36 years. And way out in the distance, I don't know if you can see them, but we have 3 elephants over here. Toka is the elephant on the right, way out there, with the big long tusks. Unfortunately, she was wild born but captured and went to a zoo when she was young. She was from Mozambique. The elephant in the middle is Lulu, and she was at the San Francisco Zoo. She was taken out of Swaziland 4 years ago. She's the second oldest African elephant in North America right now. And the elephant on the left is Maggie. Maggie was living all by herself up in Anchorage, Alaska. We want to welcome Elizabeth and Sandi today, 2 of our special guests for a special day here at Paws. Paws is really the first organization to watch out for animals that perform, whether it be at a roadside zoo, a circus, the movie industry. That was our specialty when we started. So we never planned on having a sanctuary, but it just happened, and once you get an elephant, you have a sanctuary. So now we have 2,300 acres. The whole mountain over there is on the property. And we try to give the animals as much space to roam as we can, but realizing you can never do what they really should have, which is to be wild in their native country. We try to give animals that have had no respect for their whole life, give them a retirement with nothing but respect and dignity. People think that there's animals that work and then animals that don't work. Really, it's the entire industry. It's a spectrum from pet animals to the most famous movie animals. And an animal can wind up, once they're born in captivity, at any one of those places along that spectrum. So animals that are in roadside zoos around the country started probably or possibly in the movie industry, and then they get dumped on a roadside zoo when they're expendable and they're not making money. So I think a wild animal living in captivity in itself is abusive, whether it's a big area, a small area. I think to them it's not natural. So we look at it like in 20 years, hopefully, we can have a world where wild animals like elephants don't live in cages, whether it's a big cage or a small cage. Gorillas, lions, tigers, they breed them in captivity, and the public thinks that they're being at some point released to the wild, but it doesn't happen. Nobody has ever released a tiger from a captive situation to the wild. It can't be done. So if they're not going back, I think we should really focus on what's important, and that's their habitat. If you don't save elephant habitat, you're not going to save an elephant. If you see them in a zoo, that isn't conservation. So we have to refocus. Focus on the habitat, and we'll be shooting at the right target. As far as I know, we were the first place anywhere that didn't use the traditional bullhook to train the elephants. At first, we didn't use any kind of a implement. Now we use the targets, which are like a big Q-tip. It's a piece of bamboo with a paper towel and masking tape. First got Nicholas, he was trained with a bullhook, the traditional way, with pain and dominance. And when we got him, we knew we were never going to do that. We were never going to hit him. We were never going to use a painful weapon on him. So these are the targets that we use, and the first thing he thought was that we were going to hit him with these targets. So we had to use a lot of patience and make sure we didn't move them around very fast and didn't look like we were going to hit him. And it took him 3 or 4 days to figure out that they were safe. And then he started to respond calmly to them and come and touch his head. Then we blow the whistle and he gets a treat. And then from there, he knows the concept and he can transfer that to his rear end, his tail, his mouth, his feet, any other thing you want to have him present. And it's all of these things are for husbandry. He doesn't know any little tricks or anything that are not useful. So we always, if you need to give him an injection, he'll come over, he'll lean in, and you desensitize him to a needle, like maybe a 3-inch needle, where you have to give him a shot. So it's painful, but he knows that it's just going to be for a short period of time, and he gets a treat afterwards.
You are so beautiful.
You're the most beautiful thing.
Oh.
Hi. Oh my God. Oh.
Wow.
I know, it's been a hard day, hasn't it? It's been tough today. She's in really, really good shape. Yeah, they're all the same thing.
Obviously.
They greet each other like that. They bump heads and chuck. That's called chuckling. Some do it more than others. You want to go see your sister? That's our 3-legged bear.
Yeah.
Mac from Fish and Game. He was in the mountains above San Diego, and his mother must have left him because he couldn't keep up.
That's Paws. You can look us up on the website, pawsweb.org.